What's up, guys? So no intro today. I drove from Arizona to California to go to Lake Castaic. So if you guys have ever fished Southern California, Lake Castaic is probably one of the most prime places to fish. I'm used to boat ramps opening about like 5:30ish. I get to Lake Castaic, they don't open until 6:45. I don't really care. Waited in line, I was obviously the first one there. So when the ranger finally opens the gate at Lake Castaic, he tells me that there's an algae bloom
of harmful algae which could be toxic. We saw that at the Salton Sea as well. The state's Water Resources Control Board says the algae blooms may pose a health threat to both people and pets.
And he's turning me away, and you cannot take a kayak out on Lake Castaic right now because of some algae. So I look around. None of the lakes in Southern California allow sit-on-top kayaks on their lakes. So I found this place. This is Puddinstone Lake. This is basically a big pond. And I'm not really too thrilled to be here, but I'll meet you guys on the water and I'll explain a little more. All right, guys, it's a nightmare of a day. We're in Puddinstone Lake. So it's supposed to be at Lake Castaic, didn't happen. Now I'm at this like little pond lake thing in between houses. Disaster. I tried to put the drone up. Drone won't even go up because there's an airport right here. Everything that I had planned today just went out the window. Also burnt the cord for the GoPro on the back. I think I burnt my lip. I tried to blow on the cord. The thing was on fire and I just roasted it. Oh fuck, that was hot as fuck. But I have no idea about this lake. Never fished here before. My expectation for this lake, hopefully I can get two. I mean, shit, if I can get one, I'll be happy. Let's get to it. If you guys watch the channel, you know I'm gonna start with some top water, even though it's probably not top water weather. Can you guys hear that reel? That is not good. Need some lubrication on that. Wow, that's fire. Look at the graph. I just drove over that. Yep. Play around right here. Man, that reel sounds like shit. Damn. That thing's dry as dry gets. That hurts. Oh my God. So guys, been driving around for a little bit and looking at the graph. There is zero structure in this lake. There is no grass. It looks like it's just dirt. I think I'm gonna have to go into these coves and get around some brush line or something and try to find some dead debris, because this lake, I think it's just like a big mud pit. It's gonna be a rough day. So I'm gonna go into this cut back in here. The water is nice and calm, and I've seen both these bass boats. They're throwing around huge swim baits. And I don't see that this lake's gonna produce that big of a fish. I've never heard anything good about Puddinstone or them having huge bass. So I don't know why these guys are throwing around 10-inch swim baits. Go out of here. This bird. Is this crane? Oh shit. This is something you don't want to eat, buddy. I didn't see that crane sitting there. There's one there. I don't think he was very big though. I think that was like a, might get lucky in a 2-pounder on that one. See if he'll come back. Oh, there's dragonflies over here, that's why. All right, so we only had one reaction to the top water back here. This water is super green, super dirty water. So I'm gonna go to like a dark purple chatterbait and do some drop shotting. I haven't seen anything. I haven't even seen anybody catch anything, so this could be a dead lake. Oh yeah, yeah. Didn't even see ya. Got a baby. No skunk today. Sweet. Came out of nowhere. Get you guys on this since I don't have a back camera today. So I fried it on the way here. There is bass in this lake. First puddingstone bass. If I can get this thing out. Nice active largie, huh? It's probably a monster for this lake. That baby. Freaking bass boat's looking at me. Little fatty. Look at that thing. Huh? Sweet. Freaking Berkeley Chopo does it again. So I guess we'll poke around with this thing since nothing else is working. As you guys can see, my pile of treats I've been throwing all day. Go back to Old Faithful, banger. I know a lot of people go, oh, Berkeley Chopo, the thing sucks. So does all that shit. See the bass boat? All the bass boats looking at me. I love being in a kayak because then I can just talk all the shit. You wouldn't think, looking at this, how green it is, that bass would have saw that thing. But I guess they're veterans of the game, you know. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this Chopo, I'm gonna throw it around the shoreline, and if I don't get anything, I'm just gonna come back through it with like a crankbait and then do it again with something else because this lake's not that big and I could probably cover the shoreline today. So yeah, we'll just stick to this Chopo for a little bit and see if we can get one to come out, and then I'll switch to like a chatterbait or something and just keep working it and figure this lake out. Oh, you fuck. Oh, you fucking bird. Oh my gosh, did you guys see that? Freaking got caught on the crane's foot, and now my lure is up on the hillside. Well, thank God it didn't get hooked. But now my lure is in a tree up on the hillside. So I'll put you guys up back on the chesty and see if we can get this thing out of this bush. It's up in this bush. It's a good thing I got 65-pound braid on this bad boy. Ready? You guys see it up in that bush? Shaking? That's where they threw it right here. Crane got caught. Now that's where my bait's at. Ready? Oh, come on. Oh! Shotgun right at me. That's what you get. 65-pound braid while you yank that tree down. All right, let's give this another go. Get you guys back up. So what I've seen so far is a lot of the bass boats and people on the shore, everybody's just drop shotting. So I think this lake has just been like drop shotted to death. So I'm trying to do the top water thing. I'm sure the bass out here haven't seen a lot of top water. Been throwing the drop shot, nothing. I think a lot of these bass know what's up and they've seen all the drop shots. I think I'm gonna go to like a Carolina rig or like a worm and just drag it on these points and see if I can get one of these bass to come out and get one of those too. And this water is dirty as shit. So I'm in the back of this cove. I don't think this lake's the healthiest. I mean, super green and there's a ton of ducks here and it's just duck shit everywhere. But yeah, just look at the amount of trash is just water bottles everywhere. I think this is like a glorified like city park that you can take your boat on. So caught the one I wanted, keep it pushing for right now, flip it in here and then might have to call it a day. What's up, brother?
Yeah.
Couldn't get on it, couldn't see anything. Like the whole middle of the lake, there's like no grass, there's nothing.
Oh yeah, there's not much. Yeah, I got like 14, but I got here super early.
You're on 14 bass? Were you drop shotting?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody on the shores drop shot and the guys in the bass boat were drop shot. I was like, oh fuck. I think it was probably 2.5 pounder off the point, one of the points when I was coming out on a top water.
I just got the live scope on here and it's made drop shotting more fun.
Oh, you can watch it?
Yeah.
I was debating on getting it. I was like,
watch them come up and just stare at your worm and you shake it a little bit and then they
go crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's why I caught 14 because I could see them. Active target until lines in at 7 in the morning, just like figuring out exactly where they were. But dude, 83 inches, 83 inches, 83 inches.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
It's hard to believe. That's crazy.
They're in here, man.
Real thick. See it. Kind of a frustrating day. On the way in, I was thinking about all this stuff. I was gonna talk shit about this lake. This thing sucked. And I got in and met that guy. And after he told me that everybody out here is using live scope and he caught 14 fish and all this shit. I mean, you can catch a bunch of fish out here, but I'm power fishing. I don't want to catch little dinks and drop shot when you're still kind of in summer. Goes to show you that live scope is the future. But just goes to show you that live scope is the future and this is what everybody's using. They're just playing a video game out here and catching a bunch of fish. I don't have that tech on here, but appreciate you guys watching. Frustrating day. Arizona to Castaic. Didn't get to fish there. Ended up in this local pond. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.